build up to it. But since he's been here, he's a character, this man. You know, he's an happy sort of a bloke, isn't he? And you can only get positive vibes off him. And that's what Tyson needs. Plus, he's a brilliant technician and a brilliant teacher as well. I'm well impressed with him. You know, and Tyson can only do more and more with his assistants. You know, he's a great guy as well. Lovely, lovely fella. He's been made welcome. He lives in Tyson's house, part of the family. You know, what more can you say about the fella? Good to have him.
So you can see this as being a long-term situation between Sugar Hill and Tyson?
Yeah, I've had a good look at the situation, you know, and obviously I've been around boxing a long time, Coogan, and the way I see this man work, he's so relaxed, and it's little things that make a big difference with people like Sugar Hill. You know, I'm just glad Tyson made the choice to get him and Andy Lee. So yeah, good move.
Well, they say if it's not...
Those are the words of John Fury, father of Tyson Fury, as he congratulates and shows his appreciation of the training from Javan Sugar Hill to Tyson Fury and how they gelled together, how he's professional, how he's very subtle, and the small things make the difference. You know, I noticed that when Jovan and Tyson Fury had their interview together with Coogan Cassius, shout outs to IFL TV, and they were in fact gelling, you know. And I looked at that conversation and I took it all in because I watched the whole thing. And you seen that Javan Sugar Hill, he does have like a very subtle, calm personality, versus Tyson Fury, you know, he's up and down all the way around. But if you can see the differences between the two, they work together well. And what you can tell was, even though they might have not agreed on everything during that interview, you seen that they were both genuine. That's a big difference. It wasn't one of those, he doesn't come off like a yes man, because a lot of people, you know, criticize other fighters. And a lot of trainers really don't care to speak their mind different opinions other than what the fighter is, especially in front of a camera. Okay, because a lot of people will, yeah, that's right, yeah, that's good, yes, yes, and yes. They will say that, and they will do that just because of like a political stance, and they don't want to appear anything different or want to show anyone that, hey, I'm saying something different from this guy. In other words, it's very orchestrated. You could tell in that interview it was not. Because it was a part in that interview when Javan was like, no, well, wait, I'm opposed to that. This is what I feel, you know, because of whatever, because, you know, they had a disagreement. Now, the thing was, it wasn't to the point where they disagreed to the point where they fell out. Okay. And then that's a big thing when you have a trainer, especially two aggressive people. So you can look at Tyson. Tyson can be calm, but Tyson can also be very, very aggressive. Okay. So dealing with someone like Javan Sugar Hill, it's better because it gels together versus someone that talks a lot versus someone that does not. See, Javan knows, hey, you know, I'm going to listen instead of react. Okay. You know, I'm going to hear someone out, but then I'm going to also give my side. And that's exactly what he did in the interview. And that can tell you that, hey, I'm genuine. He's his own person. He's not a yes person. He's not that person that agrees with everything. It's just like, hey, I'm going to speak my piece, and this is how I feel. I don't care what whoever says what or whoever thinks what. This is what I think. That's what I dug about that video, and that's what I took from that particular video. You know, and also, to keep in mind with John Fury, okay, John Fury's the kind of guy that did not care for Ben Davidson at all. He thought that he was a PE teacher or whatnot, or a PT teacher, you know, only a year ago before he trained Tyson Fury to get Tyson Fury where he was at the time he had the draw with Deontay Wilder. Okay, so, you know, this is good, and John Fury is very impressed with him. And he admits that he's learned a lot more. As you can tell in the interview, you know, Tyson, you know, he will always be known for his boxing ability, his awkwardness, his speed, being a big guy. But Javan Hill added that much more to the arsenal of Tyson Fury. You know, and we can only see how that progresses as time continues them. So, that's my counterpunch on John Fury. He looks very confident and happy with Javan Sugarhill being there. Of course, you know he's in the same household as Javan Sugarhill, just like his nephew. Okay, Javan's uncle had brought in Andy Lee to the States when Andy Lee came to the States to be a fighter over here in the USA, and he showed him that same those same lovely attributes and that household welcoming. So that's a good thing also. So, I mean, that's another thing that, you know, John Fury put in. And, you know, he's just kind of a stern dude anyway, you know. But again, I'm glad that he's comfortable with it because we don't have the contrast. We don't have the negative energy that some people might, because there was some tension between Ben Davison and John Fury, but you don't have that at all with Javan Sugarhill. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of John Fury pleased with Javan Sugarhill and his teachings of his son, Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.